It works.
Hello, people.
We are alive, says Johnny Five.
Number 5 is alive.
Collector Man.
Alive,
Says Johnny 5.
Good to see you, Collector Man. How are you doing?
Hey Tristan, you're right. I was running late. So tonight is going to be the final Scream until number 5 is released, and I don't know if I'm gonna drag these poor bastards into doing Scream 5, or if I will just do a review on it. But
Well,
I am joined by my good friends Monster Deacon, my good friend Art, and that chick magnet Trinchy.
What?
oh, and we have a Natalie in the chat saying, "Hey guys,
Hey Natalie.
Oh, yeah.
hope you're doing okay."
Natalie Portman in the chat. Oh,
I wish.
We got a Natalie is right in the chat.
what's up?
But yes, you know us. If you're going to do a Scream 5, then we've come this far. We've gone through all 4 of them. We can do a 5th when it comes out.
Yeah. Also depends on how good and how bad Scream 5 is.
Oh, either way, we can either praise it or tear it apart.
Well, yeah, I was about to say we did do that to Scream 3.
Scream 3, there was nothing left of it.
We eviscerated Scream 3. If Scream 3 hadn't been neutered, we fixed that job.
Oh, yeah.
We sent it back to the barbershop. Get them bangs back.
So I'm going to start it off with my favorite character, and this is going to come as is no surprise. It's not Sydney, it's not Gail, it's not Dewey. My favorite character is Kirby.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly thought when I was watching this movie, they were setting Kirby up to be the next final girl in this series.
Mm-hmm.
Great character. I like, I just like her her panache. She's got that, that I know more about fucking scary movies than you do attitude.
Yeah.
So, Deacon, who is your favorite character in Scream 4?
Oh, my favorite character, I'm probably going to have to sit there and be a bit hypocritical because I've been so hard on him in every other movie. In this one, it's Dewey, because he actually slightly redeems himself by trying to be a proper cop.
Yeah, Dewey is actually great in this movie. I will not discredit how good this was actually. To me, I thought this was David Arquette's best performance as Dewey.
Yeah, he finally is actually doing something productive instead of being the shield or being the victim or being the idiot. He's actually trying to be a cop who's doing his job.
Yeah. Art, who is your favorite character in Scream 4?
Sydney's bitchy publicist. No. No. I think I actually like the Macaulay Culkin's brother. I
Rory.
forget what his name is. Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie.
Actually, I kind of like him.
Oh, the one with the long hair, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie boy.
I gotta stick up for my long hairs.
All right, Trinchy, who is your favorite character?
This is hard because Uh, I guess I gotta take it. Like, I like Kirby a lot, but I guess I gotta take it back to Sydney, man. That ending, it's like no other can do that.
that ending was what the ending you should have gotten in Scream 1. That was just a fucking knockdown, drag out fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. She whooped ass in that ending. Like,
Mhm.
And everybody in chat, who is your favorite character in the Scream 4 in Scream 4?
And if your answer is Ghostface, the character, not the killer, then yeah, you can have that.
was one of the best quotes of the series in that ending.
Don't fuck with the original.
Yeah, man. The
Oh,
one thing we forgot about remakes, Jill.
Oh, my favourite line is, "Who do you think you are? Fucking Michael Myers?"
That was great. My favorite line or scene is when the killer is on the phone with Kirby, and he before he can even finish his sentence, he's like, "What was the blah 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 remake?" And Kirby just fucking rattles off every fucking remake ever made.
Yeah.
It's one of those, right?
Any of them right? And it's like, you're too
Yeah.
smart for your own good.
That was awesome.
But yeah, you kind of expect Kirby to survive that one because they kind of revamped his character in Scream, the TV series, as the nerdy ginger kid.
Ah.
Natalie likes the lady cop.
Oh, female Dewey.
Honestly, I thought there was more to the female cop than there was in the first three incarnations of Dewey.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
See, rewatching the movie, I kept thinking or expecting her to turn out to be helping the killers just because of how into Dewey she was and probably wanted Gale out of the way.
Oh, dude, she was totally a red herring. That scene where she's talking to Sydney in the hallway and she's in the dark, like that was a red herring scene. That was
And we
straight
have
up.
a John Steele in the chat saying, "Fist bump. I'll be here in spirit, not a Scream fan."
You good, John.
Well, are you a Child's Play fan, John? Because that's what I'm doing next.
You name the horror franchise, we'll get to it eventually.
Or would you rather just chime in on?
I don't know if John likes any of the big movies.
Or would you
He
rather?
likes the crazier stuff.
Or would you rather chime in on the John Carpenter filmography discussion? Because I can go either way with how I do this.
Yeah.
John says
Yeah,
he's
you-
all over Child's Play, which is hey, that's awesome.
See, you got a guest.
Hmm.
Do 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 do. Ba, ba.
And all right, so I'm going to go Deacon. What was your favorite kill in Scream 4?
Oh, my favorite kill would it's not technically a kill. It's where they take the defibrillators and put it against her head.
That's a kill.
That would technically that would have shorted Jill out for a good long while. She wouldn't have got up as fast as she did.
Yeah. And she would have suffered neurological damage because the voltage for a electrical convulsive therapy is a maximum of 100.
Yeah. And Sydney cranked it all the way up to 366 joules.
Yep. But yeah, it's the way the effect works because they actually put smoke pellets in there, so it actually looked like her head was smoking for a second. So good attention to detail.
Yeah. All right. What was your favorite kill?
can't remember a lot of the kills. I think the problem is because they're mostly like stab kills. You know.
Yeah, this I felt
There's
like
no real like standout. It's all knife. They get stabbed.
yeah.
I can't really pinpoint. When the mother gets the knife through the door into her head or into her somehow.
Yeah, I remember that scene.
Most of the kills were just kind of plain in this one.
Yeah.
They're quite formulaic stab.
Yeah,
hack,
they're just a
slash.
stab with a knife.
I think this Scream 4 probably had the more. I would say probably had the least, thought out kills.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with you on that one.
Trenchy, your favorite kill?
I gotta say, Allison Brie's character, the Sydney. She was working with Sydney to get the books out. She gets stabbed in the chest, and then he throws her out on top of the truck when everybody.
Oh, the mail slot. Thank you. That's what it was.
I'm gonna go a little against the grain here, and I'm gonna take the opening, the first scene, the second scene you see in the opening, where they recreate Tatum's death.
Yeah.
He didn't crush her head in the electric car door opener. He just shuts it down on her after he's already stabbed her in the back. So, yeah, that to me is a little bit more plausible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The whole Tatum thing is the one kill in Scream 1. I never was like, no. The laws of physics don't allow that.
Yeah, it looks interesting, but the laws of motor, gravity, and tensile strength of aluminum doors would not allow it.
Yeah, but the way they redid the scene, and I have to give Robert Rodriguez credit. He really did a scene where I was like, that's halfway plausible. I mean, yeah, okay, bitch gets stabbed in the back and doesn't, in all, the one thing that is always amazes me is, you live in a community. Nobody ever comes out to investigate the screams and the shouts and the begs for mercy and all this.
Yeah, it's where the movie relies on your suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do a good job at it.
Yeah, that was my favorite kill of the fake.
And Natalie says, "You're welcome. My favorite kill would have to be Jill at the end. I just love how Sydney killed her."
Yeah, that is a great kill. If I'm going to go in depth to into the actual movie, the complete fucking betrayal of Jill when she's sitting there talking to Sydney and Rory Culkin is sitting there slapping himself, and she just takes that knife and just sticks it as deep as she can right in his chest, and you can just see him like, "You fucking bitch! I can't believe you just killed me."
Yeah, he wasn't expecting that. He was expecting a stab wound in the side, not directly to the fucking heart.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it was great. I like what they did, and with the quote unquote stat franchise kill. That fucking you watch his the fucking light start to fade from his eyes the minute that she sticks that knife in his chest, and he's like,
kidding me?
Yeah, still, they don't. These people don't ever stop to realize that if you stab somebody in the chest like that, you're gonna get a geyser of blood.
Yeah, and you're also going to get a stuck knife because if it's going through ribs, if it goes in far enough, it's going to get jammed.
Yeah, I have to agree. That's great kill. I really how that movie ended. To me, honestly, that should be the H2O ending for this franchise. I really, I don't see the need for a Scream 5, but yeah, I don't see what more they can do unless they are going to bring in the cast from the TV series and have them take over. Get them as the new faces of the franchise.
Well, they do got a bunch of new people. They got Dylan Minnette, the guy from the Goosebumps movie, and he was in a couple other lower horror films. He's going to be in it. And the chick, they got a Disney Channel chick. She was also in Babysitter 2. She was the new chick. She's going to be in it. And yeah,
We'll have to see how it goes, but they are definitely going to have to outdo 1 and 3 together.
Yeah,
Well, they're going to have to outdo the franchise. They need to either set a new precedent so they can make more movies, or they're going to have to end the franchise on one fucking hell of a big bang.
Yeah.
They can beat 4, man. 4 is the one. Like, I don't think they're ever going to beat 1. But if you can beat 4, that's good enough.
Yeah. If you can beat 2 and 4 put together, then you on something good. If you can beat 3, then that's not saying much.
That's not saying.
Yeah. Well,
oh, wow, you did better than Scream 3. Such an achievement.
Okay, so here's the so far what we've got for cast in Scream 5. We've got Neve Campbell.
Okay.
Yeah.
David Arquette.
All right.
Courtney Cox.
Woo.
Oh, okay.
Hayden Panettiere returning as Kirby.
Bloody
Okay.
hell. Kirby's alive.
Emma Stone.
Okay. Interesting
Emma
choice.
Stone.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Oh, shit.
That's a whoa.
That's an eh.
This is a.
It's a mixed
This is-
cast.
This is not the cast I saw.
Yeah,
on IMDb.
this is like
What's
someone's.
the official cast?
Yeah, this
This
is like
is-
someone's gone to the rich deli counter and gone, okay, cheap meat and expensive meat. Let's just make a odd sandwich.
This is what I'm getting from IMDb.
Oh, shit.
Fucking hell.
Gulliver McGrath. Badgley, which I've never heard of him. Julianne Moore.
That's
Julian Moore.
the redheaded lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds.
What?
What?
Now it's getting weird. We got Deadpool in it.
Oh, if this turns out that fucking Deadpool is going to be the new Ghostface, I'm all for this shit. Topper Grace.
Deadpool makes a cameo. Something like that.
No, this just can't be right.
No,
I really don't.
One of these people are the killer. So Who out of those
I'm
people
good.
would be the killer?
Send you
This
a
can't.
link, Mark.
This has got to be. This has got to be wishful thinking.
Well, isn't the
Mark,
IMDb place the same as Wikipedia? Anyone can go on there and change stuff if they want. Someone could just be having a laugh.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because, I mean,
Ryan Reynolds.
you got Charlize Theron in here too. No fucking way.
No.
Mark, I put a link in the private chat of the one I've seen on IMDb. I don't know if that one's real, but it seems more plausible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega, Courtney Cox, Jack Quad, Neva Campbell, Marley Shelton, Kyle Garner, Melissa Barra.
It does have pictures of Courtney Cox and people with COVID type masks.
Yeah.
And like the production, like some.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. It looks like it's not going to be School Scream 5. It looks like they're trying to make a new installment where they're branching out.
Yeah, it's a bunch of you got Dylan and that, you got a bunch of young,
I see like a big high school building and like school buses and stuff in these pictures though.
Yeah. Let's see.
So maybe this is the Stu March movie that was supposed to happen.
Maybe. They've titled it Scream, so we'll just see what happens.
The lady cop's coming back.
This seems like a more plausible cast.
More plausible roster, yeah. No, it works.
And getting the lead girl from the sequel to The Babysitter is a score.
Oh yeah, she's dope. She used to be on Disney Channel and shit, but she was also on You. She was on that Netflix show You, and she did pretty good on there. I haven't seen Babysitter 2 yet, but she's a pretty good actress, from what I've seen.
But by the looks of it, they've got some old names, some new names, some famous people, some not so famous people. So it's going to be a nice mix.
Yeah.
Reggie Conquest.
No, they didn't.
Oh my God, we have a Junebug in
That's
the
the
chat.
killer right there because they don't have a picture.
Hey, June.
You're right, Junebug.
I don't think they're ever going to bring Jamie Kennedy back. I don't know what the deal is with him, but if this is going to be the final Scream, I say fucking bring back anybody who isn't dead or has wounds that they could have survived.
They were rumoring Drew Barrymore. They were rumoring Selena Gomez. None of these are confirmed though. They were rumoring even Matthew Lillard and maybe even Billy. They were rumoring a lot.
Yeah.
Hello, Billy.
I don't know how the fuck they would do that, but
yeah, Billy and Drew were very dead at the end of Scream.
Yeah.
Stu, I don't know how he could have survived. I mean, I guess it's physically possible.
Yeah, Stu's the one who got the TV dropped in his head, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, according to the numbers, there's a 3% chance he could have survived.
Yeah,
Only 3% chance, though.
I feel like that either made him more crazy or it actually fixed him. And lobotomized.
Oh,
Can you imagine he turns up?
He's settled down now.
Yeah, instant electroshock therapy. He turns up after a coma going, I'm all cured.
Exactly. It was all Billy.
Wouldn't
It was peer pressure.
that be something if Stu turned up to be the good guy?
Stu's
Stu's
hunting
had
down the
lots
killer.
of therapy in prison, and he's now trying to right a wrong that he perpetrated with Billy.
Like he just shows up randomly at the end.
He shows up randomly and just kills them.
Fucking, he hits the dude with the phone and shit.
It's
He's like,
yep.
now I hit you with the phone, dick. Like,
Oh, he like snatches the flat screen off the wall and beats the person to death with it. The power of the TV saved me. It shall save you too.
We'll have to see what they do with it, because it'll be interesting. Because they left 4 on a very strange note.
You know what's funny is I have this picture of Stu beating some guy to death with a flat screen going, "The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you."
Oh, smacking him with the TV saying the power of the tele-evangelist compels you.
Or Stu starts going on a rampage.
You feeling a little woozy yet?
No, he hits the dude over the head with the TV and he goes, "Are they here yet?" They're here. He goes, "Well, are they here?" You know, doing poltergeist.
Oh, his final line could be, "This is how you get into TV." Smash.
Welcome to prime time, Ghostface.
You want to be famous? You want to have your TV on? You want to have your face on every TV screen? Fine, smash.
I can help you with that.
They can do anything because by the fifth sequel, you know, they can involve the fucking Necronomicon and bring all the killers back.
Yeah, actually, they could.
You never know.
Let's just hope they don't go that route. I like Scream for its slightly being grounded in realism. If they put an Necronomicon in there, I'd be sitting there going,
it's
okay,
like
where's Ash?
The cult of Billy and Stu.
Yeah.
People are obsessed with it.
Oh, I could buy.
They bring Billy back, and Stu's just, you know, they break Stu out.
Oh, no, I can just imagine an entire cult where they have to call themselves Billy or Stu.
Look, Billy still wants Stu around, but Stu is in fact in like a little like chair. He can only move his finger and he's like drooling from that fucking head brain damage.
You mean brain damage?
You hit me with the phone, Dick.
And Collector Man says Sydney should be the killer. You can see her having a psychological breakdown because everybody keeps on saying she suffers from PST, post-traumatic stress disorder, that eventually leads to a psychotic break.
If I'm Sydney, I moved to fucking Bangkok, Thailand, and grow a dick. Kidding, guys. I would not, but I would definitely fucking move to some place where nobody knew me.
I'd move to a remote place in Alaska.
I would like to point out the fact that earlier it was being said that Stu could come back like Stephen Hawking.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And he's got a little talking device, and he like does like the, "You hit me with phone, you dick." Feeling a little woozy here.
I don't know what's going on. Why are you wearing Ghostface?
But Billy's
feeling a little woozy here.
Like I'll carried out the hitchhiker around in part 2.
Just imagine a cult of Billy and Stu where they have Billy cryogenically frozen.
It would be easy to know which one the killer is in that one. It's just a ghost face mask on Stu, and he's like in the chair, like beating down the hallway. Like, okay, we know who that one is this time.
Oh, Stu is brought back. He is a bit like Professor X, and he's in charge of a team that track down serial killers, and they're called the Ghost-Faced Busters.
The Ghostface Busters. I like that. That's fucking hysterical.
I've now got the theme tune stuck in my head.
What were they? They were trying to do the whole found footage type thing with Part 4, like the whole everything's being filmed type shit. They were going for that gimmick with that one.
Yeah, they were going for the found footage feel for it, but they failed because they also had Steadicam and stuff like that throughout.
Well, because it wasn't actually found footage. No one found the damn footage.
Yeah.
But they were doing like a footage type thing. It was weird.
Yeah, inside the killers were trying to record each killing to make it look like, yeah, this is the killer, this is what they were doing, and then recording their own deaths basically to say, we are innocent, it was them all along.
Well,
okay, since we're talking, what is everybody's biggest flaw with this movie? I'll start with this one. My biggest flaw with this whole movie is the fact that nobody ever, they've all survived 3 fucking movies of this shit. Nobody ever looks at the people that are closest to them as they could be the suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always look for an outside force.
Yeah. It's like, dude, I don't trust you. You could.
That would be like us 4, right? Us 4 being like, who's this killer that's coming in trying to take our group out? In reality, it's one of this group.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Trench. That's what you would say.
Yeah. Just because Trashton's here doesn't mean anything.
Show me your cell phone now.
I don't have one.
Let me see your last called number.
No.
It was a sex number. Never mind.
No. It's for my dealer. But look, I suppose for me, it's the simple fact that I don't mind Scream being a meta commentary. The first one was basically a meta commentary on horror and horror as a genre. The others were meta in their own ways. But then with 4, you've got 3, I repeat, 3 fake intros. 2 of them are a movie within a movie. You can't be that meta.
I kind of like that.
It just breaks.
It just got crazier.
I think breaks the illusion. I think after the first 2, quote unquote fake openings, I was like, yeah, no, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, 1 fake opening, fine, but 3 fake openings, that's a bit much for me. But that's my big major complaint with it. It just takes me out of the movie when I'm first watching it.
Well, they didn't know how to do it at that point. They had like a major kill at the beginning of every one. They didn't know what to do with 4, so they're like, let's just have a bunch of mini fake opening things.
Yeah.
We don't have a big theater kill scene or the fire starter girl getting sliced up. I know her name's Drew Barrymore. I just said fire starter girl.
The fire starter.
That's a good movie, actually. But I don't know. They just didn't know how to make a good kill, so they just said, "Well, let's put a bunch of them in."
Yeah, but it was just for me. It's just meh. Once I get past the intro and it's kind of you get into the meat of the movie, fine. But the intro just ruins the ambience for me.
Yeah.
No, I like how they the film club people, which is one of the killers, they wanted they didn't want Gale. They
wanted Sydney.
actually wanted Sydney instead.
Yeah.
To come visit the class.
It's like, yeah.
And like Gale's kind of pissed about that. Like, I'm not good enough. It's like, well, yeah, but she's the survivor person. It'd be bigger if we had her.
You're the only one who tells the story. She's the one who is the story.
Yeah.
I don't think Sydney could be the killer. I don't think it would work. They might kill her off. She probably will have it written in the contract this time. Look, I'll do one more movie.
Then they'll call
but you have to kill me off in this movie. That's probably how this is going to work. Which might not be a bad thing.
Collector Man says, I would rather take my chances with Ghostface than get in the car with Kirby. Terrible driver.
Was she a terrible driver?
Maybe that's why they're called Kirby, because they keep on hitting the curb.
Or she just sucks at driving like a vacuum cleaner.
I know how to drive. It's just a shame I learned how to drive by driving bumper cars.
Well, no.
See, the bizarre thing was with, once again, it's like Scream 3-ish or Scream 4. There are some notable things, some things that are really good about it, but there's not really a lot to dig into about it. It's not overly great, it's not terrible, but it's more straight down the line.
Yeah, out of all the movies,
I feel like I would have more to say about it if I had seen it more recently. I haven't seen it in like 2 or 3 years. It feels like.
Out of all these Scream movies, this one didn't really go into the who's this and who's that and blah blah blah. This was kind of right, like
yeah.
I'm where you can't, when you kind of first meet Jill, you kind of suspect that Jill is not quite right. Yeah, you suspect that Jill is not right just by the way she acts and talks to Sydney.
And I thought of something bizarre. Maybe this is just a coincidence, but 2 black dudes in this series have got stabbed in the skull.
Yeah.
One through a bathroom stall, and the dude here. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Not many people get stabbed in the head ever in movies.
I know, it's
That's
weird.
The weird shit.
And the bizarre thing is, it's not the only stab in the head. There was a semi stab to the head in Scream 1. It's where they got grazed across the skull. You had Dewey in Scream 2 you had the guy in Scream 2 take a stab to the head. You had Dewey in Scream 3 nearly take a knife to the head. And then this one, you got another person getting stabbed in the head.
Yeah.
This movie's got to think about
they want to have more creative kills, and they try to, but it's only the knife, So we can stab them in the head. Like, no, let Ghostface use something crazy for once.
Yeah, go grab an axe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's say there's a fucking greenhouse or something nearby with some shears.
Yeah.
He grabs that because he just sees it, and then he uses that for a scene. Not the whole movie, just a scene, Spice it up.
Yeah, and I think that has been a lot of people's complaint about the Scream franchise is lack of diversity in kills.
Yeah, it's literally the same knife, even.
Yeah,
through all the movies.
Because I know this is going to sound absolutely bizarre, but if you're going to go to the extent of taking a costume, which can be easily dismissed or thrown away without any evidence, but also carry around a gigantic fucking knife with you to stab people, if you get caught, people are going to ask questions. But
Oh.
if you walk around with a costume in your bag, get into the costume before you sneak into someone's house and use a weapon of opportunity, you are literally the ghost that can't be stopped. You walk through walls. You use what's available.
Exactly.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying, Collector.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a freaking knife every time. Like, imagine if Michael only ever used a fucking butcher knife. Or
Imagine if
Jason only
just
used a machete. No, they
Yeah.
spice it up. They get different weapons.
Yeah, pitchforks, axes.
Jason can kill with his
Spear.
fucking hands. I can even see maybe Ghostface tries to choke him out at one point.
Yeah.
Roman tried that in part 3.
But Roman was
And-
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roman was pure shit. Villain.
They had a perfect kill setup, though. You had the one guy that liked the cameras and shit. He could have been murdered with a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they could have beat him to death with the camera, with his own
Or-
camera. That's
You know, like the tripod, you know, the part that sticks into the ground? Has a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
point on it. They stab him with that damn thing.
Or he could have strangled him with his own camera strap.
They could literally do anything, but all they could think of, well, let's stab him in the head.
Let's stab him.
I think
Like,
it's
we
because.
need a gruesome kill. Well, let's stab him in the head, man.
Do you think it's where they've accidentally painted themselves into a corner when it comes to how the killer operates? Because they've now got a meta commentary inside the movie called Stab.
Yeah, I think they have.
You know, it could still, like,
Yeah.
most of the kills will be the knife. But let's see a slit through.
Yeah.
Let's see a really bloody, like, slow stab, like not just stabbed and they're dead.
Let's see them chase them down into a field somewhere, cut the femoral
And let's
artery,
say
and let them crawl away.
You
Slow,
can be
painful death.
stabbed with more things than just a knife.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you can be stabbed with a skewer.
Exactly. Just,
Or you can be stabbed with a kitchen fork.
Yep, and those
Let's
things
say-
hurt.
they're crawling away. They're crawling away from him, and he kind of looks to the side and sees. Oh, well, look at this nicer thing that can be more brutal. He kind of puts the knife down and picks it up, and they scream, and he walks over and uses that on them.
Yeah, because if you want to go for a
Exactly.
brutal death, then you want a blunt object.
Or
anything.
Decapitation. But
Or you can make it like completely surprising, and it's like, oh, he's about to stab him or do something, and then he just shoots the fucker in the back because they're running too fast away from him. And it's like, whoa, they're playing different rules now. It's like if you got too far away, he just shoots you in the fucking back. Fuck the knife.
I can just see fancy corkscrew to the eye.
Hey Ted, where the hell's the corkscrew?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Screw into the hand, and then he
A
puts the knife into the head.
fire extinguisher down the throat and then turned on.
Oh fuck.
How about a TV?
Yeah,
Like he
Use a
stabs
TV.
them and they're on the ground, and then he pushes the TV over onto their head just to be.
oh, but flat screens are a lot lighter nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're gonna die anyways. It's just to be a dick. Like, I'm gonna push this. You got a few seconds left to feel pain. I'm gonna knock this TV over on your head.
Oh, jam the microphone. If you're on the floor dying, the killer could go and get the microwave, stick a fork into the door latch so it can turn on without the door being closed, and then nuke their head.
Ooh. All the microwave massacre.
I mean,
I still find
like,
it. Oh, after you.
oh, go ahead, Deacon. My bad.
Oh no, the only thing I was going to say was I just find it strange that the inventor of the microwave invented a microwave that didn't have a door.
That's not good. You know how some of the bigger fancy schools, they have the archery range?
Yeah.
Use a bow and arrow. Go Friday the 13th part 1 on their ass.
Use a javelin.
Exactly. You know, the sports area and shit. He uses one of those things because it's nearby.
Yeah.
I know Scream loves their guttings, like they did in the first one, and they did it in this one. The last one, they did a
That's
pretty
'cause
good job. But
it's the only brutal thing they can do with the knife, besides
I would
stab them
love
in the
to
head.
see a decapitation. I mean,
Like
a
with a
good old
knife, a decapitation, or with something else.
I mean, you would probably need something else. I mean, I don't know if you can decapitate someone with a knife. It would
It
take a
would be
long
brutal.
time.
He would
Yeah,
have to
it
like
would-
saw.
you
He would
could
have to
do
saw
it.
their head off with the
You
fucking
could do
knife.
it because OJ almost did it to Nicole Brown.
Oh yeah.
Fucking ISIS does it with knives all the time.
A
You just have
razor
to saw
wire
it.
garrote.
That would be
Something
fucking
like that.
fantastic.
Yeah, like a fucking garrote wire.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Simple to hide, very effective death, and you can decapitate someone with it.
Make the ghost face different. You know how he always just kind of busts out and then chase after someone
Yeah.
until
See, he
they
needs
get
to
to a
be
door
more.
and they can slam shut and lock.
He needs to be
Have a lot more
subtle.
stalking in it.
Yeah,
Almost
he
like a hitman. He's got a
Yeah.
fucking garrote wire and he's fucking slipping around like a phantom.
They call him Ghostface, so why not make him have ghost-like qualities? Not make him supernatural, but make him a killer that works with stealth, works with pre-planning, works with stealthy weapons. Not this big show of I'm going to chase you around the house and make as much noise as possible while I'm stabbing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. There's like a couple seconds of, ooh, where am I at? But then it goes boom, and then he just like is chasing someone through a house
Yeah,
at full speed.
and they've done it in every single one. And if it's not a house, it's a university.
There
or
has
it's,
to be that scene. There has to be that chase scene.
Yeah.
Look, the first good one was in the first one. Okay, when he's like behind the counter or whatever, he busts out of the closet. That shit was effective. He's like calling, and it's like, well, where's he at? He's right fucking there.
I mean, I did like the Scream 4
I
where
don't know
he
how
was
it
in the
worked anymore.
closet. Even though the only problem is, how did she not hear him making the phone call from in the closet? But
He probably
Well,
had a
it's-
speed dial. There's a button for speed dial.
yeah,
Just
but
click it.
he's talking in the closet. How do you, like, you're in your room, your closet's right there. How would you not hear, like, the voice coming from the
especially since
Well,
you're
let's
talking in
just say
conversational tone.
You got to remember, though, it could be the other killer somewhere else talking on
Yeah.
the phone.
I think
He's just standing quietly in the closet waiting to bust out.
I
Here's
think
my problem
Scream 3 was
with
the only
Scream
one that did have two killers.
Yeah, the thing about Scream 4 is Jill's in the other house. We see where Jill is. Jill ain't on the phone. But and Charlie's in the closet with Olivia.
Yeah, they do.
Who the fuck were the cops chasing around the house? Because the cops said they were chasing someone. Hence, there is a third killer in Scream 4. Maybe. And I think it was the little nerd that was hanging out with Charlie, and Charlie had enough with him and took him out.
I don't know. That dude seems scared shitless eventually.
Yeah, we were
You mean
just
the
talking
the
about
camera
that
friend?
before we went on, Tristan. About the other
He never
garage door
acted like he was in on that. Really? What happened with the garage door in this one? I don't remember the garage door.
It was one of the 3 openings art where the girl gets stabbed in the back and she tumbles downstairs and she's crawling. She opens the garage door and she starts crawling through it. Then Ghostface comes up and shuts the door on her back.
You see, they wasted the best kills in the fake opening.
Yeah, and this is why I don't like the fake openings.
Like
Yeah,
they do all
absolutely.
these creative, like whoa kills, and then they just do the simplest. I poked you. You're gonna leak to death now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. With the fake openings, they literally give you they fake you out by saying this isn't real, and then they give you the best kills at the beginning of the movie, and then throughout it's just hack slash.
Right.
Come
Yeah.
on, show some creativity. You could throw the fucking knife. Hell,
Yeah,
you could
well, you know-
stab them with cutlery.
The people like using the knife and then like finishing them off with like the garage door, or like how he stabbed Sarah Michelle Gellar and then threw her off the fucking balcony.
Yeah. Or the
They-
or the
I'm
black
not even
guy
saying you can't. It's not
in-
stabbing it in the problem. I'm not saying you can't stab,
Yeah.
but it's
Or
like
the
that's all that happens.
yeah, they need to be a bit more creative.
I mean, they were pretty much rehashing. I liked Scream 4, but thinking about it, they pretty much rehashed all the kills. They gutted Olivia, they stabbed the publicist, and then threw her on top of the truck. Like Art just said, Scream 2, Sarah Michelle Gellar. Like they stabbed the black dude in the head. Scream 2.
Yeah.
Like it's essentially the same. Like Rose McGowan, they did it again with the blonde chick. Just had it land on her instead.
Yeah,
Like
it's different kills, same different people, same kills.
See how
Yeah.
despite slightly changing it, you can still stab them but have it good. Like
Yeah.
they spiced it up by the one black girl gets stabbed to death in front of a theater full of people and no one notices it. That makes it crazy. Dude gets
That was-
stabbed, but it's through a fucking bathroom stall into his face.
Yeah, and then after that, there's not much memorable kills. Those two are the ones that really stand out.
You know what they could do is a crossover. Have someone show do a Freddy Krueger glove kill.
Oh, that'd be cool.
yeah,
Like there's a
It's
horror
very-
nerd in the movie that has one of them custom made Freddy gloves that you can get online. You see
Mhm.
people on YouTube, and Ghostface just kind of picks it up and uses it for one of the scenes or something.
Yeah,
Can you imagine if in number 5 they don't have a single killer, but as Art said, there's a small cult of people, and instead of just following the Ghostface formula, they're trying to replicate killers from all horror movie franchises.
that
Yeah,
would be
that
fucking
would be
So
fantastic.
you got one in the ghost face mask, or stab. It would be to them. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be Scream. It would be in the stab mask, and you'd have one in the Michael Myers mask, and like
And one in the hockey mask.
Freddy stuff. Yeah, that would be neat.
Yeah. But
That would kind of be like one of the old school monster movies where they bring them all together in one movie.
yeah. But at the end of the day, that's not the movie we're going to get because they're going to
Oh
cheap out
fuck
on us.
no! They're not going to do. They wouldn't do that in a million years.
Yeah, it would be good, but they would never do it.
Can you
Arthur
just
could have the
imagine-
best cocaine in the world. We'll never get that.
Yeah,
We'll get
Or-
Stu in the wheelchair before that.
yeah, that would be fucking fantastic. I would not. I'm not gonna lie. That would I would howl laughing if I saw that shit.
that would kick ass. I love that.
Or Sydney has to go to like the fucking prison or the mental place, whatever, to like Hannibal Lecter him, kind of like Clarice, like get the knowledge from him, and he's like fucked up and shit.
That would be fucking. That would be interesting.
Hello, Sydney.
When instead
play
he's sitting
games,
there in a
Sydney.
chair and it's a robotic voice going, "Hello, Sydney."
Exactly.
Just have Matthew Lillard play that shit over the top. That'd be
You mean the cast members of number 4? The cast was okay.
Forgettable, but okay.
I liked the cast members of 4. I wouldn't say that they were fantastic.
No, they weren't great, but they could have been a lot worse. They could have been like
Yeah.
the Friday the 13th remake. Teenagers,
Mhm.
stupendous tits.
Teenage Mutant Serial Killers.
Teenage Mutant Ghostface Killers. Da-da-da-da.
Killers in a half mask.
Oh man, that ain't a killer. That's Casey Jones. And he stabs you.
Wait, it is a killer. Oh my god, it's Jason.
Listen, Dewey better have a better fucking gun this movie. By now, he should be smarter.
He's a little
Probably
bit
should.
smarter in this in number 4.
He
but
should
I
have like
agree.
cameras all over fucking town. The fucking police department should have drones and shit.
Or at least he should have a bit more respect of the townspeople.
Ban that costume. Anyone in that costume? I don't know, some kind of something.
I know he looks like a small town local sheriff.
Yeah, like a fine and get like a day in jail.
It's 36 hours in with some real hard banging pipe hitters who pass go space around for favors.
Mm-hmm.
Scream 4.
Scream 4.
It's a weird one. Because Scream's still relatively early in its movies. Every other series is so far like in its number 8 and 9 and 10. Scream's only at number 4.
Yeah. If you compare it to the other number 4s in the big,
that's what I was thinking. I was like kind of going through, and I was.
I mean, just go through and think of the part 4s of every other bit, like of the big 3.
Half of them came out in the 80s.
You know.
Oh no.
You had the Dream Master.
Yeah.
Not as good as Dream Warriors, but still watchable.
Yeah, Dream Warriors is my favorite out of the franchise. It's true, but you have to watch Freddy Krueger 1, then it's Dream Warriors. Yeah.
Friday the 13th Part 4 is probably my favorite Friday the 13th.
Yeah, Friday the 13th Part 4 is
brutal in that one.
It is fantastic.
It's got the rotten black fingernails.
I just hope the Scream franchise doesn't go on for as long as the others, because we're going to end up getting Scream in space.
That's what I'm saying. They've been pretty smart with it, because Scream is older than even the newer shit like Saw that has 30 fucking movies. And they've been pretty smart with it, and we've only got to number 4.
Yeah, the quality hasn't always been good.
Yeah, but
and then if
the other ones weren't either, though. And
if you go to Halloween 4,
I like Halloween 4. I didn't like the mask.
I didn't like the mask, but I liked the direction they went with Halloween 4. I didn't like any movie after that, but Part 4 they had a.
Yeah. Normally Part 4 kills a franchise in any other genre.
I think that's why we didn't see any more Screams through that whole 2000 period. It's because all the scary movies were coming out.
Yeah,
they pumped out more scary movies in that short amount of time than there are Scream movies still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halloween 4 is great. I just can't stand the mask.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's kind of weird with the horror franchises. Well, horror movies in general. You can get past 4, and yeah, you might have some bad quality movies, but they still manage to keep the ethos. But then you've got other genres such as action adventure. I mean, Indiana Jones 4, Crystal Skull. Fucking hell, that ruined the franchise.
Yeah.
So I still watch that.
Yeah, but it seems to be horror's the only one that can seem to get past 4 without really dropping the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird when you think about that.
It really is.
Horror is easy to execute if you do it right. Just do something unique. Don't go too crazy. Give us some good kills. Slashers. Not too hard.
There's been more fucking Hannibal Lecter related stuff than there has Scream movies.
Yeah.
Counting Manhunter and Red Dragon and all that.
And if you count the TV series,
there was Silence of the Lambs. Then there was Hannibal. Then there was Red Dragon, and then there was Hannibal Rising.
Yeah.
And then there was Hannibal, the TV series.
Yeah,
It-
Hannibal
it was
Rising.
not
I
accurate.
I count I count Michael Mann's Manhunter, even though it's a different person playing Hannibal.
Yeah, you'd be right because Mindhunter is about.
It's the original Red Dragon. Red Dragon is like a remake of Manhunter. It's got the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah,
It's just Tom Noonan is the Tooth Fairy instead of Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah.
I don't know why I know all these fucking people's names all of a sudden. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
sometimes the brain works and sometimes it farts.
Fucking Hannibal Rising has like young Hannibal killing Nazis with a samurai sword.
Yeah, Hannibal Rising I can't take seriously.
All I can remember is him. He stabs like another kid in the hand with a fork or something. He like blocks their punch with a fork.
Yeah, it's kind of like, dude, he's a serial killer in training. He's not a fucking martial artist samurai.
Yeah,
killing Nazis, man. He's a good guy. He killed Nazis. It's like, oh Jesus, why?
Yeah, but doesn't that mean if he kills Nazis, you should develop a taste for German? So why doesn't he just eat Germans?
hey, that's why he only eats rude people, though. So think about it.
Fair enough. That is.
He considered the Nazis rude. This has nothing to do with Scream. I'm sorry, people.
But it also depends on what he considers rude. Does he
I
consider?
don't know. I just know she's. At some point, it's mentioned that he only kills rude people, or tends to.
Yeah, as I said, the problem is it's like with Scream 3. We can bring up highlights about Scream 4. We can bring up things that we like about it, but there isn't much there to really talk about.
Yeah,
I just
think,
haven't seen it in so long. I can't remember enough of it.
I mean,
well, I just
the end,
I just watched it this morning, and I've already forgotten half of it.
yeah, the only thing that's actually
They had the big party. They tried to redo the party scene. You know,
Yeah.
there's always like a party scene, and it was like at that. What was it, a fucking barn or something? And they had all the hidden cameras set up around it, or whatever.
Oh, to answer your question, Collector Man, because Collector Man has asked, in the movie they say you do a remake to outdo the original. Are there any remakes that you prefer over the original? The Blob.
Remakes that I think are better than the original. The Thing.
That I think are
The Fly.
better than the original.
Yeah, better than the original.
Shit, I don't know.
The
Thing, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's like the major one.
I loved the original Thing from Outer Space, and while I do love James Arnett, what James Arnett brought to that role, Carpenter just took the Thing to a whole nother level.
He took the Thing and ran with it.
Yeah. The Fly is another great remake that I love Vincent Price. I love Goldberg or Goldblum as the character Seth Brundle.
I like the Invasion of the Body Snatchers from the 70s. I haven't seen the original, but I
can agree with you on that one. That one's good.
Yeah. I like Nimoy and Donald Sutherland in the same movie together.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm surprised Art hasn't mentioned one. Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh yeah, man. I haven't seen the original of that, but the musical edition.
Yeah, the remake's awesome.
Yeah.
Also,
I prefer the remake over the original.
Yeah, and Collector Man says, awesome answers. I love all of those.
In most cases, though, it's the opposite, and I like the original more than the remake.
Oh, yeah. It's like
Tends to.
the new Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
There's some remakes that I like, but I wouldn't say I like them better than the original.
Yeah, I prefer the original Nightmare on Elm Street to the remake.
The remake Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 03.
Oh God, yeah.
Jessica Biel, that's good. The Hills Have Eyes remake, that's good.
Yeah.
I will go out on a limb
But
here.
are they better than the original? I don't know.
I think that the Friday the 13th remake is better than the original. I love Betsy Palmer.
Saying. Yeah, I know.
I love Betsy Palmer. She was she got, without her, there is no Friday the 13th. But for the fucking sheer brutality of it, the remake is
kill her, mommy, kill her.
Is just fucking.
They definitely.
I mean,
knew what they were doing with that remake.
Yeah,
they said, you know what? We're just going to put you're going to put the mother dying at the very beginning, just a scene, and then we're going to kind of do part 2 for a scene, and then it's going to kind of be part 3 and part 4. I like the way they did that.
Yeah,
because they had the good portion with the sack head, and then he gets the mask. Yeah. They finally explained how he's everywhere at once, He's not just magic. He has little bells in a system. He can hear things ring. He has the underground fucking tunnels and shit.
Yeah.
Not Friday. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake?
That was the worst fucking remake in the history of man.
And I don't not like the Jackie Earl Haley guy.
I like Jackie Earl Haley.
I'm not saying like I don't like it because of him. That they didn't write that movie right.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Like it could have been it could have still had him as Freddy, and if they did the movie better, it would have been fine.
They were too busy trying to be Robert.
He gets a lot of hate.
Letting Jackie be Jackie. Like they were giving him jokes, but he was. The thing is, they should have just gave him all like scary lines and shit.
They should have let him take control of the role, as you said.
Yeah.
Ooh. See, I can't believe we've covered Scream 4 in just over an hour.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that's really notable about it is the ending. And it's because I think it's slightly ambiguous.
Who guessed who the killer? Did anyone guess who the killer was before the movie was over? The first time they saw it?
Yeah.
No.
You did. I didn't know who it was.
I didn't know.
They made it a bit obvious with some parts.
Well, when they pulled the lottery with Rory Culkin, I was like, he's gonna be the killer. He tricks Kirby and stabs her. I was like, there's your killer. And then fucking Jill just says, nope.
Mm-hmm.
The glory's all mine, bitch.
I didn't see that coming.
And I could tell that basically her niece was going to be in on it, because throughout the movie you see little hints and little drops in dialogue of how she actually doesn't dislike her aunt, but is very upset about the upbringing she was given, so she harbors resentment.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. But I just thought, it's like, I just thought it was like teenage angst and shit.
And she thought that what Sydney had was fucking something good, fame. It wasn't fame. She would have rather that shit not have happened to begin with.
But then again, I'm the last person you want to watch kind of like mystery movies with, because when we first watched Wonder Woman in the theaters, just a side subject, I had to nudge my friends halfway through and say, that's the God of War, him right there, that guy, the English person. I spoiled the movie for them because I saw it coming.
I hadn't seen that one.
That's the killer.
It's the posh English person saying, "You must go to this place and kill this person to ensure peace, even though we are writing out a declaration for peace."
All right. I'm going to ask the chat, what do you guys want to see from Scream 5?
Hopefully it's not time travel.
Well, I hope not. But I
Oh,
want the chat's input on what do they expect and what do they want to see happen in Scream 5.
Scream 5 goes to space.
Do it. Throw your ideas into the chat, even if they sound absurd. We'll run with it.
Yes, yes, we will.
I would like to see some brutality and some creative kills.
I'd like to see Sydney in a bikini.
It's not really
I've seen
Sydney
Sydney.
style, but
I've seen Sydney in the bikini. It's not pretty.
Sydney.
I don't mean Sydney Harbour.
But
Oh, we've got Natalie saying, "I want Randy alive, and to make it more intense, have 3 killers."
yeah.
Yeah, they could probably get away.
yeah, you could.
3 killers.
I think
And
with
it has to make sense.
yeah. I think with with this being the 5th movie, I go balls to the wall. Have it where when people start getting picked off, everybody is going to expect there to be 2 killers. And then that's when you get it. After 2 are dead, that's when you get the surprise 3rd killer.
Mm-hmm.
And is the 5th movie going to be set in like our reality? Is there going to be like COVID? Or is that going to be completely ignored?
Oh, but
I was thinking, there could be a scene where everyone's wearing masks, like they're walking through a crowded hallway and they keep seeing flashes of the ghost face mask.
yeah. And I was just thinking, Ghostface would be absolutely protected in that environment.
But they're like the different kind of face mask on.
Collector Man wants this to be the last Scream. He wants no survivors.
No survivors. I mean, the funniest thing is they do that same kind of thing where the killer wounds themselves to make themselves not look suspicious, but then they die too because the fucking people don't get there in time.
Yeah.
And then everyone's dead.
We don't know who killed who.
No, and they're like, what the fuck happened? Damn kids. Damn kids in their horror movies.
Damn kids and their horror movies, their hard rock music, and their drugs.
We got away with it too. It wasn't pretty.
They probably uploaded it to the interweb too. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, can you imagine if he turned up just like Shaggy? Like, I've been on the run for many years now.
Dude, that could have been his cameo in Scream 3, man, as Shaggy.
Shaggy Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't that just be the perfect cover? Stu survives and is plotting his revenge, and while on the set of Scooby Doo.
Yeah. He's posing as Shaggy with the Mystery Incorporated.
That would be fucking brilliant.
Or Billy and Sydney had sex in the first movie.
Yep.
What if she actually had his baby and she hid that? And we don't know about that until this movie. Like she wanted the baby to be safe, so she like adopted it off, name changed, whatever. And it's like it would be like in the 20s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be old enough to be killing and shit. And then it's like, why the fuck are you doing this? Because I'm your son, bitch. You gave me up.
I'm your daughter.
I know about everything.
Yeah, see,
Billy was my dad, and you killed him.
Scream 1 was 1996.
I even broke Uncle Stu out. Stu, say hello. Hello, Sydney.
Ooh.
So
35?
So Scream. So let's say, yeah, you wouldn't be looking at a young child or a teenager. You'd be looking at someone close to their 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I don't see Sydney A getting pregnant, and if she did, not keeping it.
Yeah.
Well, just the craziness of the shit, though. Maybe she was planning on getting the baby back at some point after she settled down and calmed, maybe had some therapy, but then number 2 happened. And then it was like, okay, this shit's never going to end. The only way to keep my baby safe is to stay away from it altogether.
That could be plausible. I mean,
yeah, I don't see her doing it just because it's like, oh, I don't love the baby. She does it out of this baby can't be around me because there's a chance.
It's a Kill Bill situation.
Yeah.
In which, in Kill Bill, Beatrix Kiddo fucking runs up with Bill's baby because she wants the baby to grow up normal.
Yeah.
I know, but then we're going into kind of like territory where it's soap opera. Hello, Sydney, I'm the killer. I am your long-lost twin brother.
Yeah, we already been down that road.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this isn't the twin brother. This is the blood son of the original killer. I mean, that holds some weight.
Oh, technically,
it's not like Roman, where Roman's like, who the fuck is Roman? This guy's actually Billy's son and Sydney's son.
Oh, technically, if we technically obey the logic of Scream, then it's the killer from 3 that would be his father, because that's the original killer.
You get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm being semantic. I'm being a semantic asshole.
What was the one thing?
I don't know.
They would really have to get a character that looks kind of like a young Billy. Like, yeah, that kind of looks like that could be Billy's son.
Ooh, bring Billy back, but use anti-aging technology.
I think he's too old at this point. Would that work?
Oh, that's why I say using anti-aging technology. Make him look like he did in Scream 1.
I guess they can do it if it worked.
Yeah, they did it with Mark Hamill and Mandalorian.
And Edward Furlong. Well, if it works good enough and it don't look ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah, all you got to do is look at Nick Fury in Miss Marvel. Or Marvel. Captain Marvel, that's it.
Mm.
So
this is some fan fiction shit right here. This is the deep stuff.
This is the deep stuff. That's what she said.
Oh hell! Look at what they did with Mark Hamill in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if they could do it with him, then yeah.
Yeah.
They just couldn't skimp on it. They would have to do it good. They would have to spend that money and do it good.
Oh, yeah.
You can't skimp on something like that and then have it look ridiculous. Like the It the It Chapter 2 de-aging of the kids, where they look fucking weird. That's not how you do it.
That was
With Richie's fucking googly eyes. With the, I don't even, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like that wasn't good de-aging. That was like, this is some, what the fuck did they do to their faces?
Yeah, this is some uncanny valley freaky shit.
Yeah.
Maybe so freaky, it makes me wish we were watching Freaks.
If that movie if they ever let that movie go to public domain, we will.
Mm-hmm.
So in that way, that one would be, it would be the son, and I guess they would team up with Stu, who's in the fucking prison or whatever. No, I mean not in a wheelchair, like more realistic how they would have it. He's probably got like a scar or something on his face.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they've actually got him in witness protection.
And he breaks him out. Let's
Yeah,
go
because until 3, they didn't know who the other killer was.
Yeah.
Oh no, we lost a Trenchy. Those Catholic dry cleaners.
Come back, Trenchy.
Come back to us. Don't let the Catholics take you.
Do not go into the light, Trenchy.
He's getting stabbed right now.
Oh. See, I blame those Catholics washing his coat with holy water again.
See, maybe have the killer be a little bit better with the knives this time.
I want to
like they had some knife training, some hand-to-hand combat knife training.
I want to see them get rid of the knife. Fuck it. It's blasé.
Right.
Yeah, use weapons of opportunity, because how are they supposed to track down knife wounds and stuff like that if you're using a different weapon every single time?
And I still wouldn't be opposed to him using a gun. Maybe for like in one scene.
I wouldn't. I could see maybe.
It's like he fumbles up the kill, and they're gonna get away, and it's like, fuck it, pow! I need to shoot some.
Yeah,
almost comedic. And he runs off.
Oh, Mark, what time is it where you are?
6:30.
Alrighty.
6:37 to be exact.
I just thought I'd check. You seem to be a little bit sleepy.
Oh, again, I only got maybe an hour or two cat nap this morning.
Well, in that case, do you want to call this one a little bit shorter than normal? Because we've covered most of the subjects, and we're just having a bit of natter now.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I will say this is what I want to see from Scream 5 before I get off here. One of the... Yes, Natalie, I do live in Arizona. This is what I want to see happen for Scream 5 is I want either Sydney, Dewey, Gale, or all three gone, dead. I want and I don't want it to be a simple stab wound and they crawl away to die. No. If you're gonna do that shit, eviscerate someone. I mean, you give them the Drew Barrymore treatment.
No, I agree, and I think it should be Gale that should be the prime suspect for the killing.
Hey, Art.
Hey, Art! We can see Art! Yay!
Killing everyone by.
No, but that would be interesting.
I agree with that, Mark.
Yeah, they have to kill at least one or all three, because if they're going to have a clean slate and rebranch the franchise, they need to have younger victims.
If they only kill one, it has to be Sydney.
If they only kill one,
Ooh, and if you have
hey, pass those around over here, Collector Man. We'll take some Limited
See-
Squires.
Yeah, see, what I would do is say if you wanted to have it so you crushed everyone in the audience, kill Sydney, kill Gale, and leave Dewey alone to mourn all on his own.
That would be
Do
fantastic.
the Halloween resurrection thing where they kill fucking Jamie Lee at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah, and just kill one off at the beginning, kill one off in the middle, and leave one off either dead or alone in their own suffering at the end.
Shocking.
Yeah. But no, I agree, Mark.
could be
They
a
need to
great
do
movie.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or if let's just say it's let's just go out on them and they go, all right, it's Sydney. Sydney is going. Make her death memorable. You did it for Drew Barrymore. Do it for your face of your franchise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It can't just be a stab to the stomach.
No,
And
she's
a little
already
bloody
been stabbed
spot.
there.
No, they have to rip her up.
Yeah, to put a simile to it, you have to pretty much crucify that bitch.
And then Dale or Gale or Dewey or one of the other main characters has to find the body. And that's like, oh my god.
But yeah, you have to crucify Sydney or Gale. If you're going to kill Sydney, you have to basically crucify her, make it a spectacle.
Maybe he just chops her the fuck up. Has the head sitting on the TV or something. Leaves like a little show for the people to find. Fuck dear Richie.
But yeah, they have to make her death big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Here's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see Ghostface in space. I don't want to see fucking some cockamamie story about it's the ghost of Billy coming back. You know, you got to get away with it with Candyman. You know, Candyman became an urban myth and was brought back to life. I don't want to see them attempt that with this movie.
Yeah, you want them to keep the supernatural and the science fiction out of it.
And almost the most important thing these days, you have to mention this, don't make it a Black Christmas woman thing. I love women, but don't make it that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I know. Don't get me wrong. It's
already got a woman lead. She's already badass. We don't have to.
Scream has empowered women without cramming it down your throat.
Yeah. If they can keep that up, I think we'll be happy.
Yeah. Another thing I don't want for this movie is I don't want them to get so far lost in, trying to one up what happened in Scream, the first 4, that they forget the base of the movie.
Yeah, and the base of the movie is a killer who hides in plain sight, who wears a mask and goes around killing people.
Did Wes Craven direct all the Screams?
Not all of them.
Just 3.
Yeah, he wasn't involved on 3, and I think that's why 3 is classed as the worst.
Yeah,
probably.
Wes directed all the other ones, though.
I feel like if anyone could have made it work, it was him. Well, we don't have him, so.
Yeah, and that's another hope I have for this movie is they pay homage to Wes Craven. You don't necessarily have to follow everything to the letter, but give us enough Craven-esque moments.
Like you said about having the Freddy, like the glove type cameo.
Yeah.
That's Wes Craven.
Yeah. Or
someone's watching Last House on the Left.
Yeah, or pull a New Nightmare and have the movie start becoming real.
Oh, so like in this one, it's not Sydney. It's actual. What's her name?
Nev Campbell.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Nev Campbell, and it's that kind of thing. That could
Yeah.
be interesting. But
Yeah.
instead of it being a supernatural thing, that could still work with just an obsessed fan of the movies. A
Yeah.
stalker. That could work easily like that.
Yeah, they could pull an original Black Christmas where you don't
They
actually
even
find
kill
out who the
they
killer is.
kill all the people from the fucking movie.
Yeah,
Like Matthew Lillard, they kill him in real life. Not, you know what I mean? Like in the movie,
Yeah.
they kill him in real life.
Yeah, like
Courtney Cox, they kill her in real life.
yeah, like they do in New Nightmare, where when Heather Langenkamp's supposed husband is going down the road, the the Freddy glove comes up out of the seat and cuts him to ribbons, or the mechanical Freddy armor, I should say.
Maybe she
Yeah.
poisoned those lemon squares. Those are
but
good.
yeah, as long as they don't give us a number 3 again, I think we'll be happy.
Yeah,
Just don't make it worse than 3. Please, please, we plead with you.
Scream is a movie that you usually walk away satisfied.
yeah,
Most of the time.
3 times out of 4.
yeah.
And then the
Right.
TV show is good, you said.
Yeah, I do
kind of like
recommend
the
it.
TV show for what it is. I will never say it's better than the movies.
Yeah, it's not better than the movies, but it is Scream meets Dawson's Creek.
Yeah,
Or, they can do that whole, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre did it at one point, I think. I'm sure other ones have done it where they cancel out all the other movies after the first one. Number 5 will actually be a sequel to number 1.
that would be interesting.
Like
But
none of the other stuff actually ever happened. Then
The
Sydney
problem-
could be pregnant, have had a baby with what's his face.
Well,
Because we have
the plot summary so far with number 5 is someone who has survived great trauma goes back to a small town to discover who is killing the people.
Who's that, Kirby?
It might be Sydney.
Yeah, I would lean towards it being Sydney more than I would Kirby.
Yeah,
I'm saying it's someone that survived something before.
yeah. So it might be either Sydney, Gale, or Dewey.
Yeah,
What is the town called?
Woodsboro.
Woodsboro. It
I
doesn't
just
have
call
to
it-
take place in Woodsboro.
Yeah. I just call it Slasher's Lane.
Yeah.
And I don't think, and I think that's what worked about Scream, the TV series, was they didn't really name the town.
Yeah, it was ambiguous.
Yeah, it was just small town USA and killer.
Yeah, it could happen in any small town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That could work.
Ooh, I need to click my neck.
Like, what do they call it? A requel?
A
Where they
prequel.
go back and they cancel out the other movies? Like the new Halloween did it?
Oh, a
That
reboot.
would be a reboot.
Yeah, like the only Scream that exists is the first one. And we're making a sequel to that.
It would be interesting.
Because
Well,
then
that's what
Randy could still be alive.
yeah, we'll have to see what they do.
There could be a lot of different things.
But I get the feeling because of their
And it's
meta
a good way of
nature.
getting some of the ridiculousness. Like, well, let's just say number 2 and number 3. That shit just, it never even happened.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah, you know how we do.
But we won't know until it comes out, and hopefully when it comes out, we don't want to beat our brains against a brick wall.
Oh, I doubt.
Yeah, I don't think there is. What the only thing that is worrisome is Kevin Williamson is not directing this one. He's, I would feel much, I would feel like I would enjoy the movie much more if he was a little bit more involved with it than what he is.
Yeah.
He's the one that directed number 5.
He wrote the screenplay.
I mean, number 4. Or
No, Craven directed number 4.
oh, he did.
Williamson wrote the script for number 5.
Well, that's why 4 was actually somewhat good.
Ooh,
Right there.
good. Nice. I'll have to get you and Natalie, you and Brittany on stream, and you guys can tell us all about it.
I thought Randy got like eviscerated. Didn't he get snatched into a van and get like sliced all the way up?
He didn't get sliced all the way up, but he had multiple stab wounds in his chest.
But then so did Dewey.
Yeah. So technically he survived.
Good work.
I'm not sure, Tristan. I would have to. Let's Google that.
Nice.
Scream 5.
Always welcome. Well, I mean, it's Mark's channel, but I'm sure you're always welcome.
It should be out. No, trivia. It's not trivia. It's not. Where is it?
Yeah, you guys are always welcome. Anybody who's in this chat is welcome on this stream.
January 14th, 2022.
Yeah, so not that far off.
Not bad. I don't know anything else, so I've scraped like the bottom of the barrel of my mind.
See, I get the feeling, Mark, that you might have to do a Scream TV series stream, and this way Brittany and Natalie can join in and give us the rundown.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, and before you do that, I'll sit down with Art because if it's not on Netflix anymore, I can bring it up and we can watch it.
Yeah. You know, Nelly, I tell you guys all the time.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you need to, Art, I can find it and watch it with you, or send you a link so you can watch it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are always welcome, Natalie, and Tristan knows he is always welcome on my streams as well.
We should all do a watch, like a couple episodes.
That'd be fun.
That might be fun.
Yeah.
Isn't the mask different though? There was some kind of people were mad about like the mask being different or something. I heard.
In the first 2 seasons, the mask is really different, and then in season 3 is when you get the full Scream mask.
Right.
Yeah, and that's because although they had the right to use the name of Scream, the character of Scream, and the plot of Scream, they didn't actually have the right to use the mask from Scream until season 3. Because the mask is owned by someone else.
That was an original costume before Scream even came out. The Father Death costume. Really sparkly.
Well, Natalie, if you guys want to join, where do you guys stand on the Child's Play franchise? because that
You
is
know-
what I'll be doing next.
Yeah. It'll be a nice little franchise along. Another month of horror talk-alongs.
Fuck you.
Mwah.
Ugly doll. Fuck you.
Fuck
Mm.
you. Demola. That first
Give me the power, I beg you. What a chip.
that first one was actually fucking freaky. Like he didn't move like for the entire movie, and then he finally like freaked out at the very end, and it was just the animatronics on that face. And he's like screaming at the mother,
Yeah.
"Ah, you fucking bitch! You bitch! You want to fuck with me?" It's like, oh, what the
You
fuck?
should fuck with me.
Well, it looks like Natalie and probably Brittany have never watched any of the Child's Play franchise. So I have a random idea. It's a weird one. You want to do the franchises, right, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
How about you do watch-alongs with discussions afterwards so you can expose people to the movie as well?
If they're up for it, I will gladly sit there and we can watch all of the Child's Play movies.
Yeah, kind of like one each weekend.
Be like how we do with the Scream, but we watch the movie first and then talk.
Yeah, be like Ethel's watch-alongs, but
That-
we won't. But we won't.
It
be
would be
able to have
fresher. It would be fresher in our minds to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's just a suggestion. It's just something that popped into my head.
I know that's a good idea. You
Oh
have
my
to at
God.
least see the first Child's Play.
Yeah.
Actually, the first two are pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the second.
That's what I thought. The first three, they were great.
It's the fourth one where they kind of step on a
I
landmine.
count like the Bride of Chucky movies and everything after that like its whole own like universe.
Yeah.
Like anything with baby Chuckies and Tiffany.
Yeah.
I mean, I
It's in
like those too, but I just don't.
But it's more comedy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, and Natalie says not a bad idea.
Saddle up the wagon.
So it seems like, Mark, there is a plan.
Nice.
I like the remake for what it is. I didn't expect great things from the remake. So I like Hamill as that buddy doll.
I didn't mind it. It's just for
I
some
like him as the voice.
Yeah, him as the voice, him as the Chucky doll is fine, but it's the ending where it just goes all new vamped puppet master on you, and it's kind of like, why?
Yeah.
It makes it too easy too. Like he has to have electric power to work.
Oh, don't worry. Natalie's saying she had nightmares first time she saw it, and it's kind of like, don't worry, you'll be watching it with us. We're scarier than that.
Yeah.
If you can deal with us, then you can deal with the movie.
Even watching it with friends, Natalie.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hello, dude.
Oh,
You're back.
no.
My bad. I
That's all right, dude.
stepped real quick.
Did you have any final thoughts on Scream 4?
I mean, I like it a lot. Better than 2 and 3 in my opinion. And I feel like that's mostly because of like Jill being one of the most interesting characters in the franchise and characters like Kirby and shit. But yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good
Oh
movie.
shit, you weren't here for this question either, but what do you want to see from Scream 5?
Yeah, what do you want Scream 5 to deliver for you, Trenchy?
I want to see in Scream. That's hard, man. Like, I guess more interesting kills and
That's
shit.
what I said. Yeah.
And
We all agree on that one.
if Sydney's gotta die, Sydney needs
Yep.
to go out like hero type shit.
Yeah, as I said, if you're going to kill Sydney, make it a spectacle. You're going to have to crucify her.
I mean, yeah, she needs to die like protecting people and shit. I mean, her or Gale, man. I think if Gale like sacrificed herself for the group, that'd be pretty badass. Because that would kind of finish her arc. Like that would be the shit.
And what wouldn't you like to see in number 5?
What's the one thing that would draw Trinch's attention? Be like, oh fuck, no, they didn't.
I mean, if they just killed all 3 in the beginning, I know that's what everybody wants, but I'd be like, come on, that's no way. That's no way to do it. Don't kill them all.
It could be awesome though.
It would be cool. It would be interesting, but I don't know. That's just I would like it for everyone else, but that's just not for me, man. I'm just like they've come too far to be killed all in the beginning. It's like Nightmare where it's like, oh, the Dream Warriors. Oh no, they're all killed in the beginning.
Remember,
What about at least one of them killed us?
Remember, Trinch, Nancy did die in Dream Warriors.
Yeah, Nancy did die in Dream Warriors, but she died in the end. And after going back for those kids when she didn't have to, she died not heroically, but like she was doing heroic thing going back for those.
If they all died, but not at the very beginning.
Oh, I'd be fine with that. Like,
And
if
dying
they're
in like
right, I'd be cool with it.
they
Hey,
die in the heat of battle.
Oh fuck it. I mean, Dewey can die in the beginning. I mean, that would make sense.
See, my idea was kill Sydney and Gale at the beginning and the middle, and then leave Dewey at the end as the sole survivor left in his own loneliness.
That'd be interesting.
Even the lady cop dead?
Yeah, even the Lady Cop did.
Damn.
Because you got to remember,
That was his backup chick.
yeah, you got to remember, in horror movies, it's always the blonde girl that dies first, and if she's the only blonde in town,
Stay away from garage doors.
yeah.
Stalls. Heads.
I think what I want, and this has been all our biggest complaints, is we do not want to see the repetitive blase, stab.
Oh yeah.
Boring. You used to give me the 2 hours of that shit again. I will never watch another Scream movie ever again.
I have to kind of agree. I cannot sit for another 2 hours of a simple hack and slash.
Like every other horror franchise has like cool kills in it.
Although they pretty much did that for after every Texas Chainsaw. You know,
Yeah.
Leatherface, it was a one utensil kind of guy, but it was a fucking chainsaw.
But then you
Yeah.
have other family members. Like I love the beginning and I love part 2 because they do interesting stuff with it. Like in the beginning you have like Arlie Ermy running around talking shit, and then you have in Texas Chainsaw 2 you got Lefty and you got Chop Top, and the thing is about Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, I don't really care about Leatherface. I'm just there to see his family at this point. Face is just kind of there.
Yeah.
I don't really care. About
Oh yes, Collector Man. My idea would be a tough day for Dewey.
Sucks to be due.
But then again, I like movies where it ends on very sour notes because it's more poignant when it comes to horror.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to end happily.
But the happy ending.
Yeah, but there's been too many happy endings in Scream. They've all ended with all of them happily surviving. It's like, nah. Yeah, in
Yeah.
5, you gotta make sure that ends.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I don't care if they fucking shoot Dewey into space at the end, as long as they kill someone.
Fucking
Here's the concept that works. The token black guy lives to the end.
fuck yeah.
Oh, the token black guy turns out to be the killer.
Oh! He can come through with the gym.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Because that would be awesome.
Yeah, but that would almost give it away, because by the time the end of the movie came and the black person was still alive, you'd be like, wait a minute, they haven't stabbed this dude in the head yet.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy must be the killer.
Oh, this is where they do a bit of self-surgery and stab themselves strategically.
Oh yeah, like they run up on him and it's like, oh, the killer's running off. He just got me in the head.
Yeah, it's kind of, I've just been grazed. You just grazed me. I'm not dying.
How did you
But
get
save
grazed with a
me.
big ass knife to the head? Also, I don't feel like there's ever any like blood splatter or anything. Like he never gets bloody.
That's what I'm saying. As many times as people have been stabbed in the chest,
He's got a white mask.
Yeah, there should be
there would
blood
have been
pumping out of
blood.
him.
There would have been blood gushing like a fucking water fountain.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like you see that when no one's wearing the costume at the end of the movie, it's a complete bloodbath, and then there's blood on everything.
Yeah.
But when they've got the masks on and they're killing during the movie, there's like no blood.
No blood on whatsoever.
I mean, the Drew Barrymore, I guess.
They get blood on the victims, but not on themselves, and that's
Well,
completely ludicrous.
Their suit
Yeah.
is black. Their suit is black and sparkly,
Yeah, but their mask isn't.
so it
And
kind of
if you know
hides
what-
blood.
Yeah, but any
But that
blood,
white mask, though, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
it should show up every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there'd just be like
Yeah.
a speck. If you turn that black light on, that fucking like suit should light up. You sprayed it with
Right.
like some luminol or whatever.
And even blood shows up on black sometimes.
Natalie's like, bring back the black cameraman from Scream 2. He never died, so let's do it.
Oh, he comes back for revenge on Gale because she ruined his life. Takes on the Ghostface mantle and starts killing everyone.
I wonder if their video store is still open.
I don't know.
The one Randy worked at.
Probably not.
Most of the places are closed.
Yeah. All video stores are closed. Instead, it's probably a takeaway shop or something.
Yeah. You know what'd be
Tough
funny? You know what'd be funny is if the killer in this movie worked at Hot Topic. The nerdy sales girl from the Hot Topic store.
Yeah.
Who do you cast as the nerdy sales girl? Nina Dobrev from The Vampires, because she's already proven she can play a nerd.
Oh yeah, man. Nina Dobrev kicks ass. She's actually a good actress.
I mean, if you watch the last Triple X movie, she is the biggest fucking tech nerd ever.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A tech nerd. See, they could also work in a Saw type kill, some kind of booby trap type kill. That's a little brutal.
Yeah, that's what
They
I mean.
could run out the door and their head gets chopped off.
This is what I mean. If he's going to be called Ghostface and he's going to become like a ghostly killer, he needs to set up booby traps. He needs to do pre-planning. He needs to be sneaky.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a great thing.
yeah.
about Nina Dobrev is not only she can play a nerd, but she can play an evil bitch as well. And kill that shit.
The evil nerd.
Is it going to be 2 girl killers?
We don't know.
Yeah, there's not much info out there. They're trying to keep it slightly under wraps.
Bastards.
Yeah, I know. They're trying to pull a Marvel on us.
Those dirty bastards.
Oh,
So we've got an Art who's yawning, we've got a Mark who yawns, and we've got a Trench who sounds constantly tired.
And Deacon, who's been up later than all of us.
I know. It's weird.
And,
Well,
and
it's
it,
not
seems,
weird.
it seems as fucking spry as a slinky. Slinky, slinky.
Slinky. Everybody likes a slinky, slinky, slinky. Up and down the stairs.
oh, the fucking yeah. They need to have another like Freddy Krueger mopping the hall as a janitor type thing.
That
Yeah,
would
just
be
put-
fantastic.
I mean,
Yeah,
it won't be Wes Craven this time, but
No, but here's what you do. And this is how you work Stu back into the fold. Stu is the hall janitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's not like the same Stu, is it?
No, it's not the same exact Stu, but it works on so many different levels.
Yeah.
Or if you really want to be slick about it, you cut his hair and you make him make him shave off the mustache and the goatee, and you bring Billy back, and he's your hall janitor.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember his name. It's on my tongue.
That's the one.
He played the original Freddy Krueger.
Robert Englund.
Have him as the janitor.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, just have him dressed up in the Freddy Krueger outfit, minus the mask and the glove, and just mopping the hallway.
I have a couple of homages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there'd be a scene where someone's watching The Craft, and it's a scene where the same actor that plays Billy's in it.
Mhm.
It's just like as a fun little.
Yeah, if they're going to be meta about it, then put some meta clues in there. Make it fun for the audience. Don't just say, it's stab meta commentary. Ha 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 ha.
The Craft with like Nev Campbell and fucking Skeet Ulrich.
Exactly.
That shit dope.
We wouldn't like linger on it. It's just like a quick flash of that was what was on the TV in the background, and you see the
Yeah.
Skeet guy, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's the same
Oh,
actor
fuck
from.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's not back or anything.
Yeah, it would be good
No,
if they
no.
dropped the whole stab thing and just put in Easter eggs for fans. That would be good.
You're good.
But yeah.
That's a
You
good
hear that?
idea.
You hear that scream? Drop the stab angle.
That's just like when I was watching Scream this morning, and I never noticed it before. But when they're doing the stab openings, you see a poster of the Green Mile in the back.
So the Green Mile takes place in the same universe as Stab, but Stab's a movie that's within Scream, which is a movie which is produced by the same people that made the Green Mile.
Yeah.
See, that's an Easter egg. That's a fucking Easter egg right there. Do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've watched, I'm a stickler for detail when it comes to the Scream franchises because it's like next to Nightmare on Elm Street, it's my favorite franchise. But I had never seen, especially in all those openings, I never once fucking saw the Green Mile fucking big poster right there in the fucking background. How the fuck did I miss that?
That's fucking dope, though.
Yeah, but you can't notice everything in every single movie straight away. It's why rewatching is needed.
It's gonna get to the point.
Yeah.
It's gonna get to the point where in the Scream universe, they're gonna reboot fucking Stab, and it's gonna be called Slash or something.
Can you just imagine that hulking, massive muscle John Coffey being the killer in Scream? Talk about evisceration.
Oh, can you imagine him instead of in Scream, dressing up in Friday the 13th as Jason?
That would have been fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Seeing that big hulking killer coming towards you.
We need good facts. How he would making them answer questions about old horror movies and stuff. And they were usually pretty good at it. Like Kirby named off like every fucking remake there was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and like their questions like who was the killer in Friday the 13th, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but instead of asking those questions, ask more obscure ones.
That's what I'm saying. Now we have to have some more good.
If I was the killer, I'd be like, who was the killer in Dario in Argento's Suspiria? Because you never actually know who the killer is.
Yeah, it's a trick question.
Mm-hmm.
Or who survives the original Night of the Living Dead? No one. A trick question.
Or why in Halloween did the mask look really bad after the first couple of movies?
Yeah.
It's because the guy who played Michael was allowed to take the mask home with him.
Yeah.
Strange trivia, things like that.
Well, that was always fun how they worked in, because you never heard about the other horror movies mentioned in other horror movies. And it was like we're talking about Friday the 13th, we're talking about Halloween.
Yeah, there's only one movie I've seen that has included every horror franchise, and this includes Scream, and that is the movie Behind the Mask.
What is that?
Dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The Rise of Leslie Vernon is a great fucking movie.
Yeah. Basically, all killers in our entertainment industry actually exist, and you're following one guy as he's training to become one of these killers.
It's pretty much like slashers, like a profession in that world. Like it's still like illegal and shit, but it's like this guy's like, I'm gonna be the next slasher villain, and you get to set up the traps and shit. It's dope.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm going to be the next Freddy Krueger. No, I'm going to be the next Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, creaky bums.
I think. It's like everything.
He was supposed to get a sequel where he fought Victor Crowley, apparently, which I don't get how that would work, but I would like to see a sequel.
See, I'd like to see a sequel where he has to go up against Ash. It's kind of like, oh my god, the Evil Dead are in this world as well?
I mean,
Ash would easily kill. Oh, no, you're talking about something else. I was be like, if Ghostface went up against Ash, Ash would just boomstick his ass.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
It would just be like, boom.
I can just see it now.
Do you want a little?
Listen here, you primate. This is my boomstick.
Once he put his chainsaw hand attachment on, Ghostface is going to run away.
Ghostface is going to run away when Ash pulls out that double barrel shotgun.
Mhm.
If he's got a fucking brain about him.
Mm-hmm. Scream's like one of them weird ones. It's not like any other horror series. They're all the same killer. It's Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street. It's Jason in this one. It's Michael in that one. Scream, it's different
A different person every time.
for
Yeah.
different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about Scream is it's a different, like in the other movies you're fighting the same psychopath every time, you know what to expect, but in Scream it's like 6 different psychopaths, each with a different motive.
Yeah, but they're all
Like,
aiming for the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she fought off 6 different people, man, or at least 5 different people with different tactics, different methods. It wasn't the same guy every time. You don't know what to expect.
Yep, but
Even
she
though
also
they-
did it with major assistance from Gale and Dewey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did have major assistance. That's true.
Ouch. My elbow cracked.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. That's the unique thing about it, at least. It's not supernatural. They can die and not come back, you know.
Yeah,
Hmm.
So it's usually a different person each time.
and it's the way it should be in a realistic slasher movie, which is what they're aiming for.
Well, they make sure to let you know every other horror movie is just that. It's a movie in this universe. That this is supposed to be like the real world. This is
And-
supposed to be where you're living. Like this is the real world, and all those horror movies are just movies.
Yeah, and the Collector Man's just jumped in saying there is a new Evil Dead series in development with Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell producing.
Oh,
Interesting.
nice.
Bruce Campbell's getting up there.
No, but you could have Jane Levy take over the role of. She could become the new Ash for that franchise.
I liked her. The ending of that movie, the remake, was like awesome. It starts raining blood, like fucking Slayer.
I thought the remake was fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
It gave me a lot that I'm sorry that some of the things that Ash's Evil Dead didn't give me.
yeah.
Jane Levy was fast, man.
She
I
did.
like Jane Levy.
And the whole like coming off drugs kind of thing,
Yeah.
making just the shit even weirder, like seeing shit and whatnot.
Well, wasn't she like the first one possessed as well? So it kind of throws you off.
Yeah,
Like you don't think and then she comes back, she pulls an Ash and gets unpossessed and starts.
The
kicking ass.
only way to kill her was to kill her, and then literally like CPR her back to life, and it would just be the girl again. Well, didn't he like wrapped a car battery, like wired it to some like fucking syringes, and then just like rammed that bitch into her chest?
Yeah.
It
Pretty
worked though.
Something like
okay.
that.
I'm beginning to feel the time now. Oh,
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm fixing to call this because we were going to call it an hour ago.
it was just like yesterday. We say we're going to call
Man,
it, and then there's
Trench
always
left.
something else.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No, don't worry, dude. It's not your bad. It's just fun. It's just weird fun, and it humors me.
And on that note, I am going to call it a night. I want to thank my lovely co-host, Mr. Deacon, Trenchy, and Art. And I want to thank Natalie and Collectorman also for joining, and Junebug also for joining us and participating in our little adventure for the Scream franchise. So,
Mm-hmm.
next time you guys see me, I will be discussing and doing a watch along, hopefully with Natalie and her sister Brittany of Charlie.
Oh, and John Steele.
And that's right, and John Steele.
Oh shit, we're doing a watch along for Child's Play? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something else you missed while you were gone, Trenchy. Deacon proposed that since Natalie has never watched the Child's Play movies, we should do a watch along and discussion of the franchise with her and me.
Oh, that's dope. And that's cool because all the movies are like easily accessible except for the last 3.
Yeah, and don't worry, I can source up copies for the last 3.
Because everything else is on Prime and Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so don't worry, we can always get them sorted out. And yeah, if there's any scary parts, don't worry, you can mute it and you can just hear us talk. And then unmute it when you're ready, Nally.
Good night, Collector Man.
Good night,
yeah,
Tristan.
That's right.
But yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks everyone in the chat. It's been an awesome evening.
Oh yeah.
It's been an awesome discussion each time we've done one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we all have a different point of view on each one.
Yeah, except for 3, we can all attest that sucks.
Oh yeah.
It sucks. It's watchable, but yeah, it sucks.
Gonna be fun. There might not be enough room. One of us, or I might have to drop out.
I won't be here next week.
Yeah.
Well, in
Alright,
that case,
I have 10 spots open.
oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he's paying for it now, so he's got 10 spots in unlimited hours.
Okay, good. That's good.
Mhm. But yeah, in that case, everybody, good night.
Good
Night.
night, my lovely.
Stay creepy. Bye.
Bye.
Mhm.